You know that feeling of being a wanderer? A little bit of an outsider, maybe? So intensely focused on your own world that you're just searching for that one place where you finally truly fit in? It's such a powerful idea, something we see in stories all the time. This quote from a brand new white paper by Dennis Verhage it really nails that feeling, doesn't it? It's this mix of a restless search in these deep, consuming interests that, let's be honest, can feel pretty isolating sometimes. It's a powerful journey, but often a lonely one. Okay, so let's really get into this because this is the fascinating idea we're going to unpack today. Verhage's work is suggesting that this whole wanderer thing, it isn't just a metaphor. What if it's an actual map for understanding a very specific, specialized way the brain can be wired? We're diving into what Verhage has termed the multi-monotropic mind. It's a whole new framework for understanding a cognitive style you see a lot in neurodivergent people, in artists, and in innovators. And it directly connects that feeling of wandering to the fundamental way their attention works. So, the foundation for all of this is a concept called monotropism. At its core, it's the tendency to get completely and utterly absorbed in one thing at a time. I want you to picture it like having an attention tunnel that lets you go incredibly deep with this immersive focus on just one single interest. To make this even clearer, Verhage uses this fantastic analogy from the world of audio. He says to think of a monotropic interest like a mono audio channel. So instead of hearing everything all at once in stereo, you get one single, clean, high-fidelity signal. All the other background noise just gets filtered out, which allows for this incredible depth and clarity within that one channel. And when you put them side by side, the difference really pops. You've got the monotropic mind with that deep attention tunnel, perfect for that immersive flow state. On the other hand, the more common polytropic mind works more like a broad beam of awareness, which is great for multitasking. The big challenge for the monotropic mind, it's switching that intense focus. For the polytropic mind, it's often a struggle to get that same profound level of deep, deep expertise. So, if that's monotropism, one single deep channel, what in the world happens when a mind develops several of them? Well, that brings us right to the heart of it, the multi-monotropic mind. Now, this is absolutely not multitasking. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. It's about building multiple, totally separate areas of deep mastery. Think of it like a multi-mono sound system. You've got several different speakers, but each one is playing its own perfectly clear, independent audio track. Each interest is its own little world. And get this, our brains can literally rewire themselves to do this. It's called neuroplasticity. The brain starts pruning away connections it doesn't need to create these super highways for specific skills. It can even repurpose entire regions. I mean, that example of a chess master's brain using the part that's supposed to be for recognizing faces to see chess patterns instead, that's just incredible. The brain is literally building its own specialized tools for the job. So, how does this actually play out in a person's life? This is where this whole framework becomes a really human story. Verhage connects this unique cognitive architecture to the old parable of the prodigal son, framing it as a journey of exile and then return. You know, when you're in that deep attention tunnel, the rest of the world can just fade away. For someone who's monotropic, chasing those intense interests can feel like you've traveled to a far country. It can be a really isolating experience that sort of disconnects you from the typical social world, making you feel like a total outsider. And this is the critical moment. After that long journey into deep, deep expertise, what happens when you try to come back and connect? The entire potential of this unique mind, it all hinges on the kind of reception it gets. So it all comes down to the environment. If that wanderer comes back and is met with judgment or misunderstanding, all that potential is just ignored. The genius is effectively lost. But, and this is a huge but, if they're met with celebration and acceptance, that potential is recognized, it's unlocked, and just like in the story, it is found and made alive again. And the stakes here could not be higher. Verhage writes that a neglectful environment is a catastrophic failure of placement. So it's not just unhelpful, it can actually damage the brain's ability to develop. It's like trying to record a beautiful, pristine audio signal in a room with terrible, noisy acoustics. The signal just gets lost. This all brings us to the really big idea, the main takeaway. This entire framework is asking us to completely shift our perspective, to move away from a model that's all about deficits and disorders. And this, right here, is the heart of the whole argument. The multi-monotropic mind isn't some flaw that needs to be fixed. It's a different poetics of identity, a specialized cognitive system that's built for depth and mastery. And it comes with its own unique strengths, its own vulnerabilities, and its own epic journey. All right, so let's recap the whole thing. We've got a mind that is fundamentally built for depth. It's capable of developing several different channels of profound, high-fidelity expertise. This journey often involves a period of isolation or exile, and most importantly, all of its incredible potential is either unlocked or completely lost based on one thing: whether or not it finds a welcoming home on its return. And that leaves us with a really powerful final question. It kind of challenges all of us to think about the people in our own lives, in our schools, in our workplaces. How many of these unique minds, just full of untapped potential, are out there right now, simply waiting for an environment that doesn't judge their journey, but celebrates everything they found along the way?